the bleachers over there, there's like a weird shaped power strip. You're skipping through the ground to put the flames outside. It's under the bleachers, under the soldier over there. You can grab that.
to drop off toys from the toy drive we had at school. We have toys varying in different ages. We have a bunch of boys and girls toys.
My goal was 277 because last year we brought in 276, and I just wanted for us to outgive ourselves. So to see how many people came and brought toys, and just the families that brought multiple toys, it's just a huge, huge blessing to the families in Wilson, but to see that as a teacher at the school as well is a huge thing.
Very appreciative of all the students at WCA for participating in this.
Grateful that I have a good family, that I'm not one that has to go to a police department, but also grateful that I can provide for children around Wilson County.
I think our kids a lot of times take for granted what they have. And so it's nice to be able to see that there are kids that just don't have Christmas like they do. And they get to play that role and they get to see that, because I think sometimes it can be very inclusive where we're located. And so to see these kids and to be able to be such a huge blessing to them and not even know them personally, just to be a light for Christ from our school to them is a huge blessing to be a part of and to be able to see.
When they first started, I didn't hear any harmony because it was just like a couple people. But then once they started harmonizing, it just blended together really well.
At first, I was like, does this guy have auto-tune? But as like the songs kept going on, it kind of just spoke to my heart. Just the songs and the words were very powerful and spoke to a lot of people.
They found a way to share the gospel through singing. It was amazing. I've never heard such good singing, to be honest.
I like to share this because I don't know if anyone else has gotten saved, after they were 5 years old.
I thought it was very powerful because being in a family that does have strict boundaries, it shows to me that those boundaries are there for a reason and people can always find the way out. But as long as your heart is right with Christ, you won't want to try to fight those boundaries. So it just spoke to me to try to make sure that I'm living right for the Lord and that my heart is right with Christ.
You have to choose which side you're going to be on. You're going to be on the side where you're a Christian that wants to be cool and wants to be accepted, or are you willing to face the persecution that's coming up in the coming years? Because that's how you're going to stand for the rest of your life. It's so hard to get into one and then switch to the other. It's nearly impossible.
It was nice to hear her open up and just be honest with everybody.
I hope people will become more willing to share their testimony because we should be proud of it. And we shouldn't want to hide away what our struggles because people struggle with the same things.
We've all just said it was really good and that we were glad that they came.
Check.
All right, so we're at the end of the third period, coming into the fourth period. And what has come to be a very close game. We have Faith Christian of Rocky Mount taking on Wilmington Christian Academy. And in this consolation game for the lady slot at the Charger Christmas Classic here at Wilson Christian Academy. I apologize for not being able to follow along with the cameras and call play-by-play as I'm looking. We're back up on Facebook. We had our computer program that normally streams to both was giving us some difficulty last night, so we were only able to stream to YouTube. But we're doing some other options and now streaming live on Facebook. And so I'm testing that out, and hopefully we'll be able to carry our Wilson Christian Academy boys game after this game as well on Facebook. So glad you're joining us here. Another score by Faith now puts Faith back in the lead. You'll have to forgive me, I don't know the names of these girls. My rosters have not been updated. So we'll just follow the action. As this has proven to be an exciting game. A long shot there by number 20 of Wilmington. But the ball gets deflected out of bounds by Faith, so Wilmington's going to bring it in. Another long shot there by Wilmington off the mark. As it looks like they're kind of rushing it maybe a little bit, trying to get some quick points up on the board. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left in the fourth period. And this game has been back and forth now. Wilmington did have the lead, but Faith has slowly knocked away that lead. They're paid off for him, number 2 with a big three-point shot. So puts Wilmington in the lead, 35-33. Traveling call, so it's coming back Wilmington's way. Another big three-pointer by number 2 for Wilmington. An open look by number 13 there for Faith. Just not able to make it fall. 38-33. Patriots up by 5. Number 10 for the Patriots puts it up. Not able to drop. Faith gets the rebound. Strong drive to the inside there by number 11 for Faith, just not able to make it connect. So ball back to the Patriots. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game. Consolation game here for Charger Christmas Classic. One team will go home in third place. One team will go home in fourth. Number 42 with a great take. Driving it on the inside there, puts it in for the Patriots, puts them up 40-33, and then answering right back, number 11 there for Faith, so that's 40-35. Another shot, I believe that was by number 2. A foul called there. I believe that's a charging foul. The foul was called on, I believe it was number 5 for Faith. So it's Patriots ball. (42-35). Jump ball called. Possession remains Patriots. Backcourt violation. So it becomes Faith's ball. Good defense there by number 5 for Faith. She was able to force a turnover there. Deflected by number 2. She's able to wrangle it in, drive it down for a shot off the mark. Ball goes out, but it remains Patriots ball under the net. They call foul there on number 11 for Faith. So that's going to send number 10 for the Patriots to the line. She's going to shoot 2. First shot off the mark. Still 42-35. Patriots in the lead. See if they can increase that lead here. Second shot also off the mark. Patriots able to scramble and get the rebound. A little bad pass, almost lost it. Still able to recover it. Jump ball called. This time it goes in Faith's possession. Patriots get another bucket, go up 44-35. seem to have cracked the code on that back and forth coming from Faith and have been able to make a lot of buckets unanswered here. Faith still struggling on offense. And another turnover there. Jump ball this time goes in the Patriots' favor. Patriots slowly bringing the ball down. Foul called on number 2 for Faith. Nice shot there by Faith. I believe that was by number 20. Foul called, so that's going to send the Patriots to the line, shoot 2. Well, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, be sure to leave us a comment. Let us know who you're rooting for. We'll try and give you a shout out here. Number 2 puts up a long shot off the mark. Faith tries to get the rebound, misses that. Patriots get the ball. And they're content to just stick around the back. Patriots are looking to try pass it around, wait for an opening, try to avoid that. Number 42 travels for the Patriots. And she turns around and says, yeah, I know, I did. Ball goes out on the Patriots, so it's face ball. They're going to toss it in under their net. Quick foul on the Patriots. And they're still not in the bonus, so they're going to toss it in. Stops the clock. Patriots, or the Faith is trailing by 8 with 1:20 left in the game. Now trailing by 10. Number 2 for the Patriots fouls. So Faith gets to throw it in again. Jump ball called on that one. This time it's Faith's possession, so they get to throw it in under their own net. Timeout called by Faith. Coach wants to make sure he gets the team set up. They set the offense that they want. With down by 10, this has turned out to be quite a matchup. And we'll be back in just a second right after the timeout. All right, 1:04 left in this game. Picking up the action after the timeout. So get my camera set. Shot up by Faith. Another shot up by Faith. Off the mark. Patriots get the rebound. Driving it down. Drives it down hard all the way, then loses it right at the end. Ball goes out on Patriots, so it's Faith's ball. They're going to toss it in under their net. 47-37. Faith down by 10 with less than a minute left to go. Seeing if they can close the gap quickly. Another shot off the mark. Dropping back to those. That looked like a long two-point shot. Off the mark again. The foul is called. And it was a shooting foul. So that sends Faith to the line to shoot two. They can knock both of these down. It still would be a difficult road to try to make up the deficit at this point. But that does not mean that any of these players are going to give up. And coaches teach them to play all the way till the whistle blows. And so that's what they're going to continue to do. All right. Looked like we had some sort of lane violation there, so I think she gets to take another shot again. Shooting one. Off again on that one. The Lady Patriots get the ball. Slowly bringing it down. It doesn't look like Faith is going to foul at this point. And a quick little drive in there by number 42. Makes it 49-37. Patriots. Another attempt off the mark. 5 seconds left in the game. See if they're going to try to toss it up. They're just going to hold it to end the game. Little pat on the shoulder there by Faith. As your Patriots win this consolation game of the Classic Christmas Charger Christmas Classic. If I can get all the words in the right order, that would be helpful. Charger Christmas Classic. All right, well, we are going to we're going to continue the stream on YouTube. I'm going to stop the stream on Facebook and try to get the title correct. As we come back, our varsity boys are coming up for the consolation game for the Charger Christmas Classic, and that'll be coming up in just a little bit. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
went to drop off toys from the toy drive we had at school. We have toys varying in different ages. We have a bunch of boys and girls toys.
My goal was 277 because last year we brought in 276, and I just wanted for us to outgive ourselves. So to see how many people came and brought toys, and just the families that brought multiple toys, it's just a huge, huge blessing to the families in Wilson. But to see that as a teacher at the school as well is a huge thing.
Very appreciative of all the students at WCA for participating in this.
Grateful that I have a good family, that I'm not one that has to go to a police department, but also grateful that I can provide for children around Wilson County.
I think our kids a lot of times take for granted what they have. And so it's nice to be able to see that there are kids that just don't have Christmas like they do. And they get to play that role and they get to see that, because I think sometimes it can be very inclusive where we're located. And so to see these kids and to be able to be such a huge blessing to them and not even know them personally, just to be a light for Christ from our school to them is a huge blessing to just to be a part of and to be able to see.
When they first started, I didn't hear any harmony because it was just like a couple people. But then once they started harmonizing, it just blended together really well.
At first, I was like, does this guy have auto-tune? But as like the songs kept going on, it kind of just spoke to my heart. Just the songs and the words were very powerful and spoke to a lot of people.
They found a way to share the gospel through singing. It was amazing. I've never heard such good singing, to be honest.
I like to share this because I don't know if anyone else has gotten saved, after they were 5 years old.
I thought it was very powerful because being in a family that does have strict boundaries, it shows to me that those boundaries are there for a reason and people can always find the way out. But as long as your heart is right with Christ, you won't want to try to fight those boundaries. So it just spoke to me to try to make sure that I'm living right for the Lord and that my heart is right with Christ.
You have to choose which side you're going to be on. You're going to be on the side where you're a Christian that wants to be cool and wants to be accepted, or are you willing to face the persecution that's coming up in the coming years? Because that's how you're going to stand for the rest of your life. It's so hard to get into one and then switch to the other. It's nearly impossible.
It was nice to hear her open up and just be honest with everybody.
I hope people will become more willing to share their testimony because we should be proud of it. And we shouldn't want to hide away what our struggles because people struggle with the same things.
We've all just said it was really good and that we were glad that they came.
The Lord tells us to pray without ceasing, not meaning we're limited to a life of solitude on our knees, but to be in constant communication and fellowship with Jesus Christ, to have a relationship with the Savior and find it odd when you're not talking with Him, instead of hardly remembering the last time you and your Creator spoke. He tells us to pray. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer of the faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up. And if you have committed sins, they shall be forgiven.
Welcome you out to Wilson Christian Academy. This is the consolation game for the Charger Christmas Classic, if I can get my words straight. Glad you can join us today. We got some viewers on Facebook and some viewers still tuned in on YouTube. Continuing our stream on YouTube and just started streaming on Facebook. So we're glad to be back on Facebook. We had some technical difficulties with some equipment last night, and we weren't able to stream to Facebook, but we're happy to have that back up and going here today. We're going to join in as Mr. Troll gives us opening announcements, starting lineups, and then we'll come back and be calling some play-by-play.
Player, the Wilmington Christian Patriots are the third place team for this year's Charger Classic, and Caitlin Lacera is on the all-tournament team.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hope you have a great rest of the season, ladies. Thank you. All right, if you could please stand for a word of prayer, followed by the introduction of our starting lineups. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the beautiful weather. We thank you for this season to remember your son's birth. Lord, we just pray that as we play this game that you'll keep us safe and all that we say and do will honor and glorify you. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Now for the starting lineups. First from the visitors on the scoreboard, the Warriors of Alamance Christian. Number 2, Garrett Van Nostrand. Number 5, Luke Varga. Number 10, Corey Wall. Number 33, Zion Latour. And number 34, Colton Hersey. Warriors are coached by Mr. Jerry Bailey. And now the starting lineups for your Wilson Christian Academy Chargers. Starting at guard, number 1, Destin Melvin. Also starting at guard, number 4, Jordan Mills. Starting at a third guard, number 5, Joseph Snow. Also starting at guard, number 14, Turner Provo. And the big man in the middle, number 24, Matthew Wood. Chargers are coached by Mr. Kevin Zander.
All right, as we get ready for our matchup here tonight, we may have some coaches joining us. It looks like Coach Troll might be headed up here to jump on the microphone, so I'm going to get him wired up and ready for play-by-play calling. Glad to have Coach Troll getting ready for our tip-off. And getting the microphone down there, Mr. Troll. Getting ready for our tip-off. Coach Troll, glad to have you on the microphone. Thanks for joining our broadcast here today.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here. Coach Petway is here as well. He'll join us in just a minute.
Excellent. I will gladly pass the microphone down to Coach Petway.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Appreciate all you do. Chargers win the tip. Destin Melvin drive into the paint. Kick out to Matthew Wood. Back over to Joseph Snow, who drives the paint. Ball is deflected by Alamance Christian. And off to the races we go. It looked like man-to-man. Turner Provo with the steal. Drives to the basket, and layup is good. 2-0 Chargers here to start out the boys' consolation game. Luke Varga brings the ball up court for the Warriors. Flex offense, pass underneath to Colton Hersey, who goes up, makes the layup, and is fouled.
That was a nice little catch and post move over the shoulder, finish from the left side.
Well, right off the flex cut, too.
That's right.
I don't know that it's a secret to anybody. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it shouldn't be a secret to anybody that Alamance is going to run flex. Checking into the game for the first time today for Alamance, number 31, junior Clayton Crutchfield. On the line shooting one, number 34, Colton Hersey, and that is good.
Early rotation here. Not even a minute into the game, and he's going to the bench.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know exactly. I don't know. You never know. Decisions by coaches. I know I probably make some strange ones as well. So looks like Alamance is in man-to-man. Jordan Mills with the ball up top. Joe Snow. Back to Jordan Mills to the corner to Destin Melvin, and ball is tipped away a little bit. Looks like they're trying to figure out offensively exactly what they want to do here.
They're going to have to break into the shell here. They're just working the shell at the moment. Got to get a post touch at some point.
Yeah. Looks like they're, well, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what they're running here on offense. Maybe a little 4-around-1. Destin Melvin kicks out to Jordan Mills. Ball is tapped away at the free throw line. Back out to Destin, who brings the ball around the corner. Back up top to Joseph Snow. To the wing to Turner Provo, who drives the lane, kicks out.
There's a little offense, yeah.
Matthew Wood, who passes out to Mills. Three-point shot is no good, and Alamance secures the rebound up court quickly to the wing. Colton Hersey misses the three-point shot, but the rebound is gathered up by the Warriors and back into their offense. There comes flex. The down screen, kick out. There's the flex cut, and the Chargers cover it well that time. There comes the flex cut again.
And that's half of the battle today. It's going to be organized, recognize what they're doing. You saw the Chargers get beat down the court in transition, but they were able to recover just in time to force them out.
Dribble drive there, and nice defense by Matthew Wood, but the ball is once again gathered in by the Warriors, and they set up. Here comes flex.
A couple of long possessions offensively by both teams here, kind of back and forth.
So there's the pop out. There's the flex cut. Back up top. Flex cut again. He was open that time. They just missed him. Drive to the basket, and the layup is good.
That's a nice take.
By number 10, Corey Wall. Yeah, if you've seen flex before and you're watching this game at home, you'll see it. It's very deliberate. It's I like to call it a continuity offense, but it's definitely railroad tracks where you're doing the same thing every time down the court against man-to-man. They know what they're looking for, and when they run it right, they'll get good looks right under the basket if there's not communication on the defensive end for the Chargers. Turnover there by the Chargers. Ball brought back up by Alamance Christian. At the top, Luke Varga with the ball to Corey Wall. Out to Clayton Crutchfield. Three-point shot from Luke Varga is good.
That's a situation where we got caught defensively, having to pick between two, chose the wrong way, respecting that flex cut, but didn't close out fast enough on the three-point shooter.
And Matthew Wood steps out. Look, Matthew may be the best pure shooter on the team.
That's right. He's a stretch big, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So Chargers pull within 3, 8-5 with 3:35 left here in the first quarter. Warriors with the ball back up top. Here comes the pass, and the flex cut will be here shortly. Here comes the screen, and there it is, flex cut. And again, what the Chargers are doing a little bit better this morning defensively is they're putting pressure on the ball, so it's not easy to hit that guy coming off the flex cut on the block.
Well, even after the first few possessions. Wow, that's a nice tag.
Yeah, Matthew Wood drive to the basket and quick 5 points as the Chargers pull within 1. And Matthew Wood with the steal. Big man going
doing it all. With the assist.
With the assist, yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Matthew Wood's stat line, 5 points, 1 steal, 1 assist right here early, and big man getting it done.
You've seen the man-to-man defense pick up a little bit for the Chargers after a few possessions of seeing the flex. That's another situation. They're tightly guarding the ball pressure, like you mentioned, Coach, and if they can keep up this man-to-man defense, they'll have a chance to control this game.
Absolutely. Checking into the Chargers for the first time this morning, number 3, Zay Joyner. And also for Alamance, number 2, Garrett Van Nostrand, going back in the game. I believe that's who just checked
That's
in.
right. That's right.
Drive to the basket by Turner Provo, and the layup is good. Little resistance there by the Alamance defense.
I love to see that kid get ahead of steam and get to the basket. He can just flat out get to the basket.
That's really good defense out front by Zay on the ball there. Here comes the flex cut. Again, with Provo on the ball, there comes flex cut again. But with Provo on the ball, it's very difficult to see that guy coming off of the screen there and opening up underneath the basket.
That's right. Hands big, get a hand in the line of vision, and force that guy to throw around you or over you, not straight, easy passes into the hands of the cutter.
And you could easily put your hand in his eye, too, and that would work. Missed 3-point shot there by Luke Varga. Chargers rebound. Up court from Provo to Jordan Mills, who hits the little baseline jump shot.
That's a nice pass, but that's a nice job of Mills running down the court and finding the spot to catch.
Absolutely, and that looked good. That looked good in transition there.
Absolutely.
Chargers playing with great energy to start with this morning. It's good to see that. Sometimes that's tough in a consolation game.
It's hard.
Shot short there, rebounded by the Chargers. Zay brings the ball up court, finds Matthew Wood on the wing, back up top to Turner Provo. Kicks out to Jordan Mills. A little dribble drive out to Melvin. 3-point shot is off, but Mills rebounds, finds Zay Joyner on the inside. Zay goes up, and that is good. With just under a minute here left in the first quarter, Chargers lead 15-8.
This group of guys seems to be gelling a little bit more on offense. They're moving the ball a little bit. Defense hasn't dropped at all as we're subbing through. And if they can keep the offense flowing, that's going to bode well for the Chargers.
Yeah, there's the flex cut, and a little late getting there. Jordan Mills late on the rotation. Varga goes up, makes the basket. Foul is spotted, and so
The Warriors will go to the free throw line for the bonus, 15-10 with 33.7 left in the first quarter. Checking in for the Warriors, number 4, Garrett Brown, 8th grader. 8th grader getting some experience here in the varsity game. I talked to Coach Bailey before the game, and he was talking about how young his team is and inexperienced, and so it's an opportunity to get some of those kids some experience on the varsity level, which I think will be meaningful down the road. Mills misses a three-point shot, rebounded by the Warriors. Just under 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball goes to the wing. There's the first flex cut. Here comes the next one off the corner. Melvin does a good job jamming there. There's the flex cut again. Kick out to the 8th grader here.
And I think the conversation Coach Zander's going to have, and this will take us to the end of the quarter, I think the conversation he's going to have at this quarter break is, how are we navigating screens? The screen is coming. It's coming in an uncomfortable spot on the court. It's at the block. There's a lot of traffic. You've got to know what's coming. You've got to communicate it. And you've got to cleanly fight around those screens so that you don't get an opening for a lot of these layups that they've hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the second part of that is, and I think he's going to say the same thing, is how you defend that, whether you play underneath it or over the top of that screen. And that's critically important.
And as the game goes on, if it remains tight and if Alamance is able to get a little bit of offense going, what I think he may have to consider is, do we switch some of these wings? If it's a wing screening a wing, are we okay switching in those positions? And that takes a lot of recognition. That takes a lot of foresight on the behalf of the players. But how are you going to handle those screens? Because that is what Alamance's offense is doing, getting the layup opportunities right under the basket.
Right, absolutely. So Coach Bailey, been around for a long time, has run that flex as long as I can remember. And they seem to, even though everybody in the known world recognizes what they're going to do, they run it so well that they still get layups out of it.
Consistency and discipline.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball goes inside off the inbound play, deflected, gathered up by Provo, finds Zay Joyner on the fast break opportunity with the layup. Now there's
a little pressure.
Yeah, in their base base 3, which is their three-quarter court 1-3-1 defense, and drop into the half court. Tyler Pegram has checked into the game for the first time today to start the second quarter, as well as Turner Provo, Zay Joyner, Matthew Wood, and Destin Melvin. For the Warriors in the game right now, number 5, Luke Varga. Number 2, who just took the shot there, Garrett Van Nostrum. Number 4, Garrett Brown. Number 10, Corey Wall. And number 33, Zion Latour.
A little bit sloppy here. Turnovers for touchdowns.
Yeah, you don't want those. Those are easy baskets. Basket's good there by Garrett Van Nostrum. Tyler Pegram beats the ball up court, kicks out to Destin Melvin, who finds Turner Provo cutting, and that ball is slapped away.
The ball's a little greased coming out of the end of the quarter there.
Yeah, I look to my right here, and I see Alamance Christian varsity boys soccer coach Bobby Latour. He is, I believe, keeping stats today. His son Zion is on the team, number 33. Bobby is not only the boys soccer coach, but he's also a Raleigh police officer, and we appreciate his service. Rebound there, I think 3 offensive rebounds. That's and right. The putback is finally good by Zion Latour. The score here at 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter, 17-14 Chargers. And there we go. It's the big man again.
Oh, my goodness.
Very nice, Matthew Wood, with 6 points in the game right away, and then a couple assists, and very nice.
So we saw the Chargers go to the 1-3-1 zone defense, and translate that into a three-quarters court pressure. Disrupted what they were doing with the man-to-man offense and the screening, but now here we are having trouble in transition. Right. So that's the adjustment you've got to make. How are we going to handle going into the zone compared to man? And we got him out of the half court, and we wanted to play a full court game, but you've got to transition all the way through.
Yeah, Luke Varga there with the 3 to match Matthew Wood's 3, 20-17 for the Chargers as the 1-3-1. And again, maybe there was a reason he was open there. That ball didn't hit anything but backboard, and the Chargers gather in the rebound. Matthew Wood again with the ball. Kick out to Tyler Pegram. Tyler Pegram probes the zone or the man-to-man there, kick out. And if you watch Alamance as they play the man-to-man, you'll see that they very much take the approach of, we'll let you drive, but you're not getting in the lane in a position to score. It's a little bit of bend but not break defense, and they are going to occasionally give up the three-point shot, but they do a pretty good job of not giving up layups in their half court. Matthew Wood again with a heat check.
That's a heat check right there, top of the key.
Absolutely. While I have the time today, just want to thank several people that have been involved in making this tournament possible and a success. Hospitality room is set up and manned by Kim Scott, and Linwood helps with that, and Gina Petway helped yesterday as well. Don Sampson here early this morning. Freddie Perry up and early this morning, making sure everything's clean and ready to go. Bobby Godwin as well. Takes quite a few people to have a successful tournament. We very much want to do things the right way, and you can't do it without the help of others. So glad to have that. Turnover there by the Warriors, and it'll be Chargers ball. 4:40 left here in the second quarter.
It was a fun environment last night too, Coach. There was a lot of excitement in the building.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the nights you like. Those are the games you want to be a part of. As a player and a coach, wow.
Nice. The jump stop for the win.
Yeah. Brandon Wagon shoots in the game for the first time today, number 11. First year at WCA this year, transfer from over the summer from Raleigh Christian. Family had moved from, I believe, the Indiana area, and came here a couple of years ago. There's the flex cut.
And there's the flex cut.
And there it is.
Get lost in that chaos. A lot happens there below the free throw line. It causes chaos, lose a man, and you get open layups like that. Got to communicate it through.
Absolutely. Finds Matthew Wood at the high post, and Matthew Wood.
Feed him. Get him the ball.
And that young man likes playing early in the morning, evidently. We need to start scheduling
those 10 o'clock games.
Yeah, those 10:30 games, although I don't think the teachers would appreciate that. You never know. Hey,
that hurts the student and student athlete.
Yes, it does. Wagon shoots with the pressure out on top. Garrett Brown with the ball. Finds Luke Varga on the wing. Here comes the flex cut. Provo does a great job, and
looks like he got that one right. Look, I thought that was off his foot.
Yeah, I think that was right.
As he put the ball on the floor, I think he got a toe to it.
Coach Zander again with the. It's a Christmas jacket.
I believe that's a different one than he had last night.
Yeah, he had Pac-Man on last night.
That's right.
Those are Christmas trees and candy
canes.
Candy cane,
snowman.
Yeah, snowman. And
festive. He looks like a snow globe.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Finds Pegram, who finds
That's
Wagon
a good
shoots.
pass.
Oh, nice turnaround.
That's a good post move. Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Very nice. Nice post move there by Wagon Shoots.
Matthew Wood again.
With the steal. Big man.
And he is playing really well today.
Matthew Wood has
doing it all.
Come to play.
Look at that. Look at that.
With the deflection.
Very nice.
Wow.
He's inspired right now.
Yes, he is. Love to see that energy. Love to see that effort. He's talking to everybody, and I would say he's the energy that's making us tick right now.
That's
as
right.
the Chargers take a 28-19 lead with 2:39 here left in the second quarter at Wilson Christian on Saturday morning of the Consolation game of the Charger Christmas Classic. We have trying to see who took the timeout there.
I believe it was Coach Bailey.
I do too, but she came and asked Coach Zander what he wanted for a timeout. That was strange. We'll see how that works out.
Let's see if he just called a timeout for Alamance.
Because Alamance had the ball. He couldn't have called a timeout for Alamance. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
The scorers table seems happy down there. They seem to have everything squared away. So.
Well, I mean, hey.
It's being run by Don Sampson. You never know.
I was going to say, I'm surprised we're not playing Christmas music and he's wearing jingle bells. That's just the way he operates. Again, see lead administrator, Mr. Ryan Vanderbo here this morning. Appreciate his support for the Charger programs. And, as teachers and administrators, it's, Saturday mornings are kind of your downtime. So for him to be here this morning, very much appreciate that. See, former Wilson Christian graduates, Bert Harris and Crystal. She was Gaster when she played here. There, Tiffany Edwards down in front also played here. See a lot. It's nice to see former graduates sending their kids back and being a part of things here at Wilson Christian. Alamance with the ball out of the timeout. After some instruction by Coach Bailey, let's see what the adjustments are. Here comes the flex cut. Screen, nice screen. It's open, but again, the ball pressure out front is making it almost impossible for them to throw that throw that pass to the guy coming off the flex cut.
Early in the first quarter, we saw some of those cuts under the basket being wide open like that one.
So the importance there for Alamance, if you watch that, was patience. They did not try to force it in. They actually got 3 flex cuts off of it, and by the end of it, he comes open and actually gets the wide open.
When we talk about continuity offenses and to use your term, railroad tracked.
Yes.
Exactly knowing what your options are. If you're consistent and patient enough, you execute the screen, eventually you can get a look.
And that's going to be a offensive foul on the pass there. It was a nice dribble drive, but got a little too deep. The kick to Wagon Chutes was good, and the basket was good, but before that there was a foul. I believe that is the second foul on not sure who. Matthew Wood again everywhere.
Getting involved.
That young man has come to play. Good to see that.
Looks like we're scheduling our varsity boys games a little bit too late.
Yeah,
he is energized this morning.
No kidding. Well, I can tell you this. The varsity boys might enjoy playing early in the morning, but the varsity girls would not like it.
We have a few girls roll in that look like they came straight out of bed, and that was yesterday for a 6:30 start.
Exactly. Turner Provo
What
gathers
a take.
Nice take, misses the layup. Rebound by Alamance, just under 1 minute left to play here. Oh, great effort there by Provo. Provo slides in, gets the ball.
That was a goalie slide, Coach.
Varga was there too. I think Provo's foot was out of bounds when he slid across, but great effort play there. Great effort play by the Chargers. Ball goes to the corner.
Corner 3.
8th grader Garrett Brown with
catch and shoot
with the 3 to bring them within 4 points. Just under a minute left here.
And you felt like the Chargers had a little bit of the momentum here, but you look up and it's still a 4-point game.
Well, one of the things that's changed on offense or on defense for Alamance is they switched to this 2-3 zone, and they're making it a little more difficult on the Chargers to get into their offensive rhythm. Destin Melvin with a 3-point shot. That rims in and out, rebounded by the Warriors. Bring the ball up court with the chance to cut it to 1. Destin Melvin with the pressure out top. And let's see, I didn't see that.
Looked like he extended the hip there on the screen.
Corey Wall with the and look, that is part of what happens there. When you come off that screen, you kind of got to move sometimes to get in position.
Well, and the way you coach that is get your screen set and then have the cutter who's using the screen rub shoulders with your screener.
Zay Joyner with the corner 3 off the inbounds play. And that ball hits the ceiling. It'll be no good. And at the end of the first half here, Wilson Christian 28, Alamance Christian 24.
Well, we saw a little bit of back and forth between Coach Bailey and Coach Zander adjusting offenses, defenses, and as they went throughout, a little bit of streaks going back and forth. Coach Bailey's man-to-man offense started off strong. The Chargers were able to clean that up a little bit. But then as they transitioned and had their offensive run, they went into that 1-3-1 zone, full court pressure that ended up hurting them just a little bit.
All right, so we're going to take a break here at the halftime. I'm not sure who will be back with you at the start of the second half. We got to go, Coach. But I'm sure somebody will be here, and hope you enjoy the rest of the day here at the Charger Christmas Classic 2021 version. Great to have fans back, and thank you for all who contribute and make this thing run. Appreciate you very much.
to drop off toys from the toy drive we had at school. We have toys varying in different ages. We have a bunch of boys and girls toys.
My goal was 277 because last year we brought in 276, and I just wanted for us to outgive ourselves. So to see how many people came and brought toys, and just the families that brought multiple toys, it's just a huge, huge blessing to the families in Wilson, but to see that as a teacher at the school as well is a huge thing.
Very appreciative of all the students at WCA for participating in this.
Grateful that I have a good family, that I'm not one that has to go to a police department, but also grateful that I can provide for children around Wilson County.
I think our kids a lot of times take for granted what they have. And so it's nice to be able to see that there are kids that just don't have Christmas like they do. And they get to play that role and they get to see that, because I think sometimes it can be very inclusive where we're located. And so to see these kids and to be able to be such a huge blessing to them and not even know them personally, just to be a light for Christ from our school to them is a huge blessing to be a part of and to be able to see.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Coach Troll I don't think my wife is watching because she's getting ready, but
coming back live here out of the, let's see, we're in the fourth period, and joined up in the booth here with Mr. Nesbitt.
Yeah, we just went through third period like a silent movie back in the early 1900s.
You might have heard us commenting in the background, but now we got the right button switched. As
this is number 33, Zion Latour, scored for Alamance.
Chargers have a good lead here, 46-34 now.
We got a little change up. We got Seth Quinn in the game, who's handling the ball right now for the Chargers. Matthew Wood almost going for a three-point attempt.
So the play-by-play sounded great in our ears.
We were fabulous.
Oh, unfortunately, that we were the only ones that could hear it, but it's all good.
Jordan Mills' pass was picked off. Big pass, and it works almost. Number 34 thought he was fouled there, grabbing his arm, but it's hard sometimes for these refs to catch everything.
Yeah, and the players kind of have to see what they're calling, see what they're not calling, and adjust.
They're trying to move this ball around the perimeter pretty fast to create a nice opportunity. Destin's wide open.
Being very patient with the ball. Also, it helps with the clock, running down that clock.
Absolutely. Matthew Wood's going to go up strong, and he gets one.
Wood finds a lane. drives it in.
Uses the square. That's what I tell Sophia all the time. Use the square. It's your best friend on the backboard. Matthew Wood with the pick. Takes it up. And now we got a 16-point lead.
Matthew ate his Wheaties this morning, I tell you.
Ooh. Destin Melvin with the steal. Well, I'm glad we got the audio on because we have got an exciting fourth period, and Alamance calls a timeout.
Alamance, I think, rightly needed a timeout right there. Make some adjustments because Chargers have just come alive.
And we got an 18-point spread right now. As Coach Sanders in the huddle, talking strategy, particularly focusing on Matthew and Seth Quinn at the moment.
Yeah, and I tell you, the leadership Matthew is showing right here is something to behold.
Absolutely. We're without senior Will Hoskins today, who has a fishing tournament. The Wilson Christian Chargers have a fishing team where he's competing today on that. But that gives an opportunity for other players to step up and show their leadership.
Yeah, and Matthew, normally more held back and reserved. He's not the loudest guy in the class, whereas Will Hoskins is not afraid to let himself be his presence be known. But I like seeing Matthew out there talking to his teammates and pumping everybody up. It's just good. It's good to see leadership from these senior boys, seeing their character develop.
And he's worked hard in off-season. I've heard of him getting together with several other players, Hoskins, Provo boys, and preparing for this season, for his senior year. Just got to foul Seth Quinn, number 22. That may be his first, I'm not sure. I don't see the fouls being updated on the board, so.
Yeah, sometimes they have some issues with that. I'm not sure.
It's
always working.
Some clock workers like to do it. It takes some effort because you have to talk to the person keeping the book, say, which one is this, and then program it in. We got a foul call against one of the Chargers. Looks to be, I'm not sure who they're calling that on.
I thought she said 25, but I don't see a 25 down there. So.
Yeah, I see 24, but. The shot attempt is missed by number 4, Garrett Brown. Zay is scrambling up, goes into traffic, and is stripped away by 33. Zion Latour. He's unable to get a shot. Matthew Wood disrupting it. Coach Zander giving some instructions there. Getting them ready for getting that ball back, of course. And that happens. Tips up. And Jordan Mills is able to get it.
It was effective instructions. That's good. They're listening.
Destin's wide open. Let's see if he can connect with his three, and he does.
He does.
Nothing but net.
He loves that corner from right there, and he's good with those shots.
And now we have a 21-point lead.
With 5 minutes left to play in this game, a 21-point lead.
Wow.
Not sure if the Chargers are still even comfortable enough with that to make a.
There'll be a point of no return, but a lot can happen here. Everyone that's joining coming up next, we have the Consolation game. Girls Championship game at noon, high noon. Wilson Chargers will take on Alamance. Very similar matchup you see here now, but it'll be the Girls Championship. And then we have the Boys Championship coming up at, I think, 1:30, and that will be Faith Christian versus Wilmington. Wilmington is who our Chargers faced yesterday. Heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, it was a challenging game. I think they just had trouble. They were getting the looks. Just trouble getting the ball through
And the free throws. They connected 4 of 20 free throws.
Yeah.
So that's 16 points given up. Here we got Zay on a breakaway, takes his time, puts up a nice one. He could have gone up. He waited, let the defender fly by. Smart move.
Zay looking good out there.
Traveling call on Alamance. So we have Jordan Millsby taking the ball out for the Chargers. He dishes it to Destin in the backcourt. Woo! Seth Quinn's able to hold on to that one. Strong pass. Zay's in trouble. Alamance picks it from him. Runs down. Was going to dish it off. Goes up and misses. But number 10 gets the rebound, and it is blocked.
Yeah, it looks like Seth got his hand on that and was able to knock it down, save the shot.
We have Tyler Pegram coming in for Destin Melvin. Tyler's a senior too. Shot attempt, that three-point attempt is good. I believe that was number 5.
Yeah.
That is Luke Varga. We have a 20-point spread. The boys looking to keep some, like you said earlier, run down some time on the clock, look for an open shot. No need to rush it. See the varsity girls walking off the court with just under 4 minutes, preparing for their game.
And we have varsity girls. That game starts at high noon.
High noon. Tyler almost taking an attempt.
He's thinking about it, and he's so slick with those. I mean, he looks so committed when he goes up to shoot.
We got a 20-point spread. There's just over 3 minutes. They're trying to eat some clock, get it to a point of no return.
Yeah, at some point they're going to have to start fouling here to stop.
Wide open. Zay Jones.
Their patience pays off.
Excuse me, Zay Joyner. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Get Zay under the basket open like that.
A timeout call by Alamance, no doubt, to get some strategy with 22-point spread. I was telling you in the third period, I'll repeat it now since audio was off, but last night Zay Joyner went home with his dad, of course, and it was about 10:30 at night, and I was talking to his dad earlier, and he said, Dad, I'm tired, and his dad said, well, good. We're going outside to practice. So, I love it when parents are engaged and not only say, hey, let's do this, but they work with their kids and help them. And no doubt the practice pays off. Zay's having a really, really good game today.
Yeah, all these guys can play basketball. So doing some substitutions here, but everybody being subbed in is still very talented.
And they're playing without their senior. Look at that. Carter Zander had to pick. He gets the ball, passes it down to Zay. Zay goes up for the layup. He takes some body checks. No foul. Gets a hand on it. Love the aggressiveness. Look at that. Zay is keeping the ball alive. It is jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing to Wilson Christian, so we will take it out. And we've got Seth Troll and Will Clark coming in. Tyler Pegram and Zay Joyner go out. Will Clark will take the ball out for the Chargers. Looking for opportunity. Seth gets it. Nice pass to Xander. Xander wide open for the three. Almost in. Seth Quinn with the rebound. Look at there. It's lots of hands trying to get that ball in. We have it should be a travel call because he slid. I don't know if they call it. A lot of times when you get the ball and you slide, they'll call travel, but they did not. And they called jump ball in the possession area. Yep, that's what it was because it just flipped back over to the Charger side. 2 minutes to go, 22-point lead. It is pretty much at a point of almost no return, but good effort by Alamance, keeping it strong.
Yeah, it seems both teams putting in some players that maybe you don't see as much, getting everybody some playing time in this Charger Christmas Classic.
Alamance moving the ball around, chewing a lot of clock. You need to get some points on the board.
Yeah, if you leave that ball there for Carter to get his hand on it, he's going to get his hand on it and keep the pressure on.
Ball's overturned. I think one Alamance player stepped on the boundary line. Chargers will be bringing it in. Seth Troll's got it, bring it down court. Brandon Wagenschutz, I think it is, number 11, who had the ball as a senior also.
Wagon shoots.
Shoots, thank you.
And this is, I think maybe the first game I've seen him playing in this year.
I wonder if he's new to Wilson Christian.
This is his first year at Wilson Christian.
Gotcha. Nice, strong move. Unfortunately, Seth Quinn, it doesn't go up. Tries to get it. Xander gets the ball back. Will Clark takes the shot. Oh, almost. Seth Quinn makes a very good rebound attempt. Comes down, tangled up with number 11 for Alamance, and that is Brad Bennett. Alamance bringing the ball down. We are seconds away from the Chargers securing it. This Consolation game. Good effort.
Yeah, they whatever they had last night with their shots just not dropping, they seem to have fixed that today.
Woo! And we have a steal. Carter Xander takes the ball, goes up on the glass, draws the and one call.
He is quick with his hands, getting them in there and being able to pick those off. And it paid off for him there.
Absolutely.
Sends him to the line.
And Sander is a junior, so we will see him again next year. Alamance is in the Christian Conference, North Carolina Christian School Athletic Conference. So I think the games are counting as conference games for this classic. I know that last night's did. Watroll told me the Wilmington games. 5 seconds away, 61-37. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. Wilson Christian Academy 61, Alamance Christian School 37. Chargers have won with a sizable, what was that, 24 points? I'm not going to
looks about right.
Pretend to make sure my math is correct, but we have, 24 minutes on the clock. So we have time they put up there. It's 11:34, so it looks like they're going to start close to noon. Big gap. So if everybody would like to take a little break here, I think you'll keep the live stream going, correct, Justin?
Well, I think I'm going to end the Facebook live stream. So check back on Facebook to watch our Lady Chargers at noon. And I haven't decided yet on the Facebook, on the YouTube. I think I'll probably shut down the YouTube as well, because we're going into our championship game. So I'll create a championship game YouTube stream. That's what we're going to do.
Well, Justin, it was a pleasure. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to work with you.
Well, thanks for coming up. I always appreciate the assistance. People get tired of just listening to me, and then I get distracted doing one thing or the other, and either I'm calling it or I'm showing it and not calling it. So that's just the way it goes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in.
Congratulations to Wilson Christian Chargers for their win and securing third place, I guess, in the Charger Christmas Classic, and they get a trophy for that. And we'll be back here with more coverage. Check back on on the YouTube page and on the Facebook page for more live coverage.